Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining and welcome back to Wall Street Silver. Joining us today is Jose Garcia. He has had many years of global experience in the mining industry, and he is one of the founders of SilverX. Welcome, Jose.
Hi, Ivan. How you been?
Really good. It's an absolute pleasure. How have you been?
Very good, thank you. Good to
Uh,
be here with you.
Yeah, it's good to have you on Wall Street Silver, Jose. So it's getting tougher and tougher out there to find silver in the world. Silver supply is getting tighter and tighter, and a lot of these mines, Jose, are producing less and less. And most of the silver is a byproduct of, is it copper or zinc or even lead. And all the big silver deposits have been found. In your opinion, Jose, where's the silver coming from in the future now?
I think you're right. I mean, finding silver is not easy. Okay? Most of the silver comes as a byproduct, you rightly said. Copper, polymetallics. We are in Peru. Countries like Mexico, Peru are obviously not only the largest producers, but actually have some of the largest reserves and resources. It's getting increasingly tough. And that's why we like these sort of historical areas, the old districts, where you can still find more mines or build more mines. But it's certainly difficult. And I believe there's going to be a massive crunch in the silver supply in the upcoming years.
Now, Jose, with the supply of silver shrinking, but now you see solar panel and electronic demand completely skyrocketing, and the silver demand is growing from that. What does this become? When does this become a problem where demand is exceeding supply?
Indeed, I was just looking at a chart the other day that was talking about the projected demand for solar panels. And apparently, the overall installed capacity of solar energy by 2030 is going to be up to 6, 7 times the current installed capacity. So,
Wow.
and silver is needed, and there is no substitute for some of the functions that silver actually makes for those solar panels. I was listening to a panel the other day by this very renowned expert on the silver market, Chen Lin, and he believes that just this very year in 2023 is going to be a crunch in the silver supply because when he looks at what China is doing, he literally said that there is 3.5 gigawatts of installed capacity that have not been taken into account. So let's say, well, during this year, you are going to see the first crunch already.
So, Jose, currently the solar industry alone is already using about 120 million ounces per year of silver. And globally, the silver mines produce about 800 million ounces of silver. If solar demand keeps on going up or even 5x, the solar industry itself can consume most of silver supply. Is that accurate?
Absolutely. I mean, every aggregated supply of silver is going to be consumed by the solar industry. And think about it. If we are now using 120 million ounces of silver just for solar panels, and we end up using 600 or 800 million, the overall silver industry, the silver supply, will have to grow by 2x. And we're talking about 6 to 7 years. So you asked me today about what silver is going to come from in terms of we need to provide twice the current amounts. I don't have the answer. And I don't have
Mhm.
the answer because I look at companies' reserves, companies' resources, and certainly there is a need for more deposits. That's clear to me.
So, Jose, if we've already mined all the big deposits, then who doesn't get their silver? Like you see Apple and Samsung, they're using for their cell phones more silver. You see the solar industry keeps growing and using more silver. In this scenario, does the price have to go up? What's your opinion?
Well, certainly. Think about it. We continue to consume electronics exponentially. We are talking about solar panels. And recently, you've been even saying that some of these technology companies have interest in potentially acquiring silver deposits. Why is that? Because it's one of the shortcomings they are going to have in their supply chain. Think about all the electronics that we are consuming nowadays, and the demand will keep on growing exponentially, right? Electric cars, phones, computers, and on top of that, solar panels. Demand for silver is growing and it's going to continue to grow. If I was the owner of a technology company, I would try to secure my supply now because it's going to be very challenging. Just think about the next 10 years. Okay. Silver, unfortunately or fortunately, doesn't get priced as a pure metal or industrial metal because it's a financial asset. Okay. And we don't know whether that's good or bad, but it's certainly a financial asset that gets traded 1,000 times, you know, its production. So let's say every ounce of silver that gets produced gets traded 1,000 times or more, right?
Right.
And I don't know really what that impact has on price. Okay, some people believe that obviously price is being controlled or manipulated. I don't have any intelligence into that, But at some point, if silver on top of the demand as industrial metal becomes a currency or a stronger currency or a shelter value, then we can see obviously a massive increase in the silver price, right? When you
Mhm.
listen to First Majestic CEO, he says that he's the three figures silver price guy, right?
Yeah, triple digit silver.
Triple digit silver. Okay. But maybe we can get to the high two digits, right? That'd be amazing.
So, Jose, you're producing 2 million ounces equivalent in Peru for Silver X. And if you were going to be investing in the silver space, like a lot of people say they like to own physical silver, but can you describe what you are working with in Peru?
Absolutely. Well, by the way, I think there's way more leverage on mining stocks than on buying physical silver. By the way. But if I was to invest in a silver company, I would look first for a producer. Why
Mhm.
is that? Safe value. They are not going to dilute you, right? Second, a producer with upside. Because guess what? Mines tend to be found or built where you had old mines. I'm talking about districts. That's what we have in Peru. So you have a 2 million ounces equivalent production, but with a clear path to grow 3 to 4 times. Okay,
Wow.
that's immediate. It's so obvious, right? And that's why I think that the best investment you can have in the silver space now is a producer. There's not many. There's a few very good producers, and we have high quality assets, and much of the work is yet to be done, right? So I think the silver X over the next few years, you combine our growth path with obviously the silver crunch or the supply crunch we're going to have. I think we're going to have a great position over the next few years.
So, Jose, there's going to be a tight supply in the future for silver, but you have potential with Silver X as you're growing your resources. Are you in a sweet spot right now as the world's desperate to find silver?
Oh, certainly. As you said, we are producing approximately 2 million ounces silver equivalent. We just published a PA building a project for up to 4.2. So we are projecting overall capacity beyond 6 million ounces within 3 4 years. I think that's pretty impressive. We
Mhm.
went public a year and a half ago, done 3 resource updates. We doubled metal content in the first update. Now we've put millions of tons of measured and indicated resources, which is it's just wonderful. Okay, and we are doing that at the very same time that we are facing this potential silver crunch. So obviously, I'm very happy about it. The fact that you look at Silver X and today we're not even at $40 million market cap makes me believe there's a long way to go. Just look at other silver producers and
Mhm.
what they value at. I mean, I think this is not only let's say a much higher price. I don't want to say attractive price because I can't. Okay, but it's certainly there's a number of X's that Silver X is going to grow over the next few years.
So, Jose, with all the chaos in the world, a lot of people are saying silver and gold have to go higher. What is your break even point for Silver X?
Actually, we have a very competitive cost. When you look at our financials, last year in Q3 we had not even $16, $15.2 per ounce of silver. Overall, we make money with silver at $18, $19. That's pretty impressive
Mhm.
for our size. But think about gold at 2,500. Think about silver at 35. Silver producers start printing cash, and that's what we are looking for, of course, right?
Oh yeah, right when his silver hits $35, we're all laughing.
Indeed, I mean, some people believe in the three-digit silver. I'm not placing my bets on that. I'm saying $35 is be just wonderful for all silver producers. I think we're going to see that in 2023.
Well, Jose, it's been an absolute pleasure having you down to Wall Street Silver, and hopefully in the next 2, 3 months we can see that $35 silver.
Thank you, Ivan. Look forward to seeing you again soon.
No problem. Talk to you soon.